In this podcast episode, Megyn Kelly discusses the current immigration crisis at the southern border of the United States. She highlights the drastic increase in the number of crossings from 400,000 in 2020 to 3 million currently. She expresses concern over the consequences of this influx and question whether it is a deliberate strategy by some Democrats to increase their voter base. Kelly points out that some Democrats have openly stated that they need more people in their districts to secure re-election, implying that they see the influx of immigrants as a political advantage. She also mentions the ideological shift in the Democratic Party regarding immigration, with a focus on racial and identity politics rather than traditional assimilation and integration. The discussion delves into the impact of the immigration crisis on local communities, especially in blue cities like New York and Chicago. Kelly describes how the sudden influx of migrants is straining resources, leading to closures of public facilities and disruptions in daily life for residents. She also highlights instances of violence and crime committed by illegal immigrants, further fueling concerns among the population. The podcast touches on the lack of coordination between government departments in handling immigration issues, leading to a broken system. Kelly criticizes the leniency of sanctuary cities towards illegal immigrants and the failure to enforce immigration laws effectively. She also mentions the disparity in funding priorities, with more resources allocated to foreign aid than border security. Kelly predicts a potential backlash from American citizens, especially those directly affected by the immigration crisis. She notes that even left-leaning politicians are starting to acknowledge the negative consequences of unchecked immigration and are calling for assistance from the federal government. The growing discontent among the population could lead to a shift in political dynamics, with voters favoring candidates who prioritize border security and law enforcement. One significant consequence of the immigration crisis that is highlighted in the podcast is the role of illegal immigrants in the fentanyl crisis. Kelly points out that cartels are using migrants to smuggle fentanyl across the border, contributing to the opioid epidemic in the United States. This adds another layer of complexity to the immigration issue, linking it to public health and national security concerns. Kelly highlights the dangers of young people using social media platforms to order drugs laced with fentanyl, leading to fatal consequences. She shares a heartbreaking story of a mother who lost both her sons to fentanyl-laced pills, emphasizing the urgent need to address the open border and fentanyl crisis that is affecting communities across the country. Kelly also discusses the issue of discrimination based on race and gender, sharing her own experiences of facing sexism in the workplace. She emphasizes the importance of standing up for one's dignity and not allowing discrimination to define one's success. She highlights the need to reject affirmative action policies that prioritize race or gender over merit, as they can undermine individual achievements and perpetuate a victim mentality. The conversation turns towards the upcoming presidential election, with Kelly expressing confidence in Donald Trump's chances of winning against Joe Biden. She cites Trump's charisma, energy, and strong performance on key issues like the economy and immigration as factors that could sway voters in his favor. Despite potential legal challenges and media scrutiny, Kelly believes that Trump's appeal and ability to connect with voters could secure him a second term in office. Kelly also touches on lesser-discussed issues in society, such as the impact of puberty blockers and cross-sex hormones on children's fertility and sexual pleasure. She warns against the normalization of preferred pronouns, arguing that they can desensitize individuals to harmful practices like allowing biological males in women's sports and spaces. Kelly stresses the importance of maintaining boundaries and speaking out against policies that erode women's rights and safety.